Okay, so today we're gonna put the spoiler back on this Taurus. We had it off because he had a leak, and we put a new coolant reservoir bottle on it, flushed the coolant out, put a new thermostat and stuff, but we haven't put the spoiler back on because it's been too cold. We got a nice day today, so we're gonna put it back on, but we're gonna modify it because in order to drain your radiator, you got to pull the spoiler off. There's no hole in it. So we're going to modify it, put a hole in it so that you can access the spoiler through the spoiler and get to the coolant drain on the radiator on these Tauruses. So here we go. Now you can see what I did. I took some masking tape and I lined it up and centered up the drain cock so I'd know about where it's at. Next thing I'm going to do is measure, and it's about 5.5 inches from this back to the center of that. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. And the idea is to be able to mark the spoiler, get a good idea. I'm going to drill a small hole first, make sure I've got it, and then I'll drill a bigger hole. Yeah, you can see I've marked out, get my finger out of the way, I've marked out kind of an approximate place where I need to drill at. So I'll put one hole in there, see if I'm close, and if I'm close, then we're good. We'll pull it back out, drill the big hole. If we're not, we'll adjust. Okay, as you can see, I've got the hole drilled, and luckily enough, I'm right almost on top of it. Lucky for me. Comes out about 5.5 inches from, you got to consider your spoiler comes here, so you got to measure about 5.5 inches from here to that. And I took a piece of chalk and marked it. So anyways, we'll be back in a second. Now you might ask, well, you got the spoiler off,
what does it look like?
What's the purpose? Because all it does when you run into them curb things, you got a curb feeler and then you break them and you do this or that. Well, this is why. There's your condenser, there's your radiator, there is probably a trans-cooling line, there's a connection for the air conditioner. Some of this stuff too is, well, there's, put your hand on that radiator. No, on the radiator hose.
No, that's the air conditioner.
No, radiator hose.
Oh.
Next one. Right there. That's your radiator hose. You hit a possum.
Of course, the body line right there.
Or a bass, maybe. Maybe there's a bass crossing the road, or a chicken.
Or turtle.
Or worse, an alligator, because the chicken's off on vacation. That's why you want the spoiler on there. That protects a bunch of stuff. Saves you a bunch of stuff later. Anyways, back to you in a minute.
Hey.
So, I've got a 2 1/8 inch Forstner bit. Be better if you had a hole saw. I probably got one around, but it'd take longer to find it than it would to actually do this. So, the last time I did this on a handheld drill, it'll work, but you just got to be careful. It wants to wander. So, anyways, here we go. Nope, not deep enough. It's close.
We need to go up then, don't we?
Yeah. It's not gonna work.
What are we gonna do?
You got that thing on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well,
What are we gonna do?
we're gonna go back to the hand drill. Stay tuned.
So hand.
Well, I didn't have a big enough drill press. It wasn't deep enough, so we're gonna have to do it by hand. because this thing ain't flat, you see it is kind of on that edge. You're gonna be able to cut part of it, and then you're gonna have to flip it over and play with it a little bit, but eventually you wind up with that. Couple things. That big screw, that takes an 8mm. The small ones take a 5.5. Can't find my 5.5 at the moment, but a 7/32 works as well. So you see my son's putting the screws back in, putting the screws to his
Get out of the way.
Taurus, I guess.
It's a green Wookie, man.
The green Wookie. So the answer is, how'd we do?
We did pretty good.
Let's see where we are. Oh, looky there. You can get right to it with a socket. I think that takes like a 19mm socket. You can get that loose. So no more having to take that thing off. Don't tighten it too hard.
Hey,
There.
be quiet there.
Anyways,
This is
you're wearing your Cardinals hat? Your good Cardinals hat? Go Cardinals.
Whoop whoop.
Anyway,
Hey,
so basically,
hey,
that's how you
we're
do
over
that.
here. You see this jack? It's right in my way.
Oh, you'll be alright. That's the other thing. You want to jack up on your car somewhere where it's kind of out of the way, but you can still get it up because it makes it easier to get to. So,
You know we're gonna have to take this back out when they do the air conditioning.
yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. If we get this on YouTube, give us a like. We're not pros. We're just does.
We're just
No, we're not does
We're
either.
just the Backroads boys.
Yeah, we're Backroad boys. Be sure and check out the Backroad boys for our bridge
Follow my
episodes.
follow my channel on YouTube, which is Ken Ballard at youtube.com.
Yeah, we've got some videos driving over old bridges and stuff, so be sure and get them. Over now.
Later.